Welcome back to the FuzzFam channel and to another episode of
Leave your entries in the...
Nope, whoops, wrong one. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Benny on the Beats. I'm still alive. I'm still here. Are we still relevant?
You never were.
It's been a while. It's been like a month or something.
It's been 84 years.
And I kind of forgot that we were still doing it. Do you guys still want these? Do you still want to watch them? I guess the views will tell us. Let's see, how do we usually do this? We used to do a police car update. Everybody always wants to know if I've crashed my police car. Oh, that's right. I do have an update on that topic. So here's the deal. Let me just jump to the point and tell you guys that there was not any significant damage done. There was contact made on the freeway with an object with me and my car. I know what you're thinking.
It was only a matter of time.
But it's not true. This was not my fault. I hesitate to even tell you guys about it. But we've started down that road now. Some of you already know because you come over and watch our live streams and you interact with us on other platforms, so you already know this. So I'm driving along, headed into work. I'm on the freeway. I'm in a 2015 Ford Taurus, same car in the police car tour video on our channel, the most recent one. I got cars on my right. I got cars on my left. I'm doing like 65 miles an hour, and all of a sudden the car in front of me swerves, so I pay attention like, whoa, what's going on? And one of those freaking barrels, like from Breaking Bad, blew one of the big ones. Should just put a picture of it on the screen. Yeah, one of those. Those comes flying around the car that swerved right into my lane. Like, what am I gonna do? I got no time to go anywhere. I can't brake, I can't stop, I can't go left, I can't go right. I hope for the best, and I hit it head on. I pumped that thing. I'm hoping there's not any damage done. Just like when I hit the tire in the Impala, it totally jacked up the front bumper, so I'm picturing the worst. But here's the thing, it punts that bad boy. Usually you would think it would go up and over, left, right, it would be done, right? Nope, not with my luck, not with my luck. It punts it straight forward in the lane, and it comes back and hits a second time. It comes back and hits me a second time, of course. So I was really worried. I got to work, I got out and checked, and there was some scuff marks on the front, but when I went to rub them or check it, they actually came off. So there's not any permanent damage. I don't know how. But there was no damage. There was no damage. I got lucky on that one. Not my fault. All right, first call we're talking about was a medical assist. This was on an industrial accident. It didn't sound very good. They said a guy fell through a skylight at a business, fell down and hit the cement floor, wasn't doing very good. So we roll over there just as they're getting the guy loaded in the ambulance, and I walk in and see that this was about 25, maybe 30 feet, and he had just come right through what looked like a skylight. Just fell right through. He was working on the roof. Stepped through it, came down, landed, broke some bones, but he was conscious and alert and everything. So one thing we did do is we wanted to get on top of the roof, or at least get a vantage point above, to get some pictures or video of what the top looked like, just for documentation's sake. It's really a medical problem, but we want to document what we can there. So we called our crime scene people to come over and take some pictures. So at first she comes over and puts a ladder up against the building. She's gonna go up and stand on the roof, walk around and get pictures. Bad idea. I was like, you know what? This guy just fell through this hole in the roof. I don't think it would have been super obvious it was there unless he really wasn't paying attention. Maybe something's wrong with the roof. I didn't feel comfortable with our crime scene tech getting up there walking around. So I recommended that she find another alternative other than getting up and walking around on the same roof. So we ended up calling the fire department. They are good for some things sometimes. I'm sure after they were done cooking their sushi, making their pasta, working out, whatever they were doing, they got around to coming over to help. They brought their big ladder truck. They sent that puppy up, and she was able to walk out on the ladder, strapped in nice and safe, and take some pictures. The pictures of the roof showed that they had skylights, but they were the same material as the rest of the roof. They were only distinguished by some like dirty, fading orange paint that they had painted in circles around the skylights. If you're walking around up there, you would have no idea what those circles are supposed to mean. Civil case? I think so. I think there's going to be some problems for that company, potentially. So I felt bad for the guy, but glad we documented that, so we at least did our part. Okay, then we had a complaint from a citizen that said that she was upset with a neighbor who was snow blowing some snow, and the snow from the snowblower apparently was coming towards her and her baby.
Oh no!
why you couldn't walk around or just stop and wait for the snowblower to turn.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that one. Moving on. Then I went to assist on a call. Actually, I didn't go to assist on this. I was headed to another call, and this just happened to be in between the call I was headed to and where I was at the time. So I was dispatched on something else, and they put out on the radio, man with a gun. A lady had called in that was at an intersection just driving, and a guy apparently walking in the crosswalk in front of her pulled up his shirt or adjusted his shirt or something, and she could see that he had a gun. And he took it out, and it wasn't like stable in his waistband or something. It about fell out, or it fell down his pant leg or something. But he was messing with it, just trying to get the gun back into his waistband. I mean, I'm just picturing this in the intersection as you're just sitting there, and this jackwagon can't even keep his piece secured in his waistband or wherever he keeps it. He doesn't have a holster. He's gangster. So anyway, she was a little bit concerned. She said that when he picked it up and was trying to put it away, he was like moving it around. On the call to dispatch, she said she was actually more worried that he was going to accidentally shoot himself. He wasn't really brandishing it at anybody or being threatening with it. He was just being an idiot, and she was worried he was going to shoot his own head or something. So I stopped to help on that. I think I was the second car. Me and the first car arrived at the same time. Saw the guy on the side of the road because we were close. We approached him and got him into custody. We didn't do like a high hazard stop, but it was kind of a in between. We gave him some commands, some very loud, specific commands. He complied immediately. Got him into custody. It was an airsoft gun, very real looking, looked like a real gun. So we didn't really have a crime with the gun itself because he didn't threaten anybody with it. He was just carrying around an airsoft gun. Unfortunately for him, he did have some felony warrants for his arrest though, and went to jail for those. Then we got a call of a suspicious person. We had a neighbor call saying that, hey, I'm vlogging here. So a lady called saying that there was a neighbor of hers that was letting a transient, a homeless person, stay on their property. So whatever, they're letting them do what they want with their property and whoever they invite over there. But she was worried because the guy was out in front of the house and looked like he was scoping out other houses.
Oh no!
So we roll over and he's down an alleyway in front of a house. Now, I pulled out on the main road. I'm probably a good 50 to 75 feet away from this guy, but we see each other. And I just stop and I watch him. I didn't get out and approach him. I'm there to see if he's actually doing anything wrong. Because again, he's been invited to stay on this property. Sounds like the neighbor that called us didn't like that and was worried he was scoping out other houses. So I sat there and watched him. He's standing in front of the house, lighting up a cigarette to have a smoke.
Arrest him!
We see each other. He smokes his cigarette. I stay there for a little while. He finishes his cigarette and walks back onto the property where he's staying. Do we have a crime? Do we have any reason to approach that guy and talk to him? Now, I could go have a nice conversation, just say, hey, we got a call. Are you doing anything like this? But is it necessary? Do I even need to make a contact with him and potentially stir up trouble and identify him? Is that even important when I've observed no criminal behavior or activity?
Arrest him!
Now, a lot of new cops will do that just by nature of the fact that they were dispatched. I got called. I have to come out and do this. No, you don't. Just because dispatch sends you, you don't have to go contact that person. If there's no violation of law, they're not doing anything wrong, and you've confirmed that by what you've seen, clear the call and get out of there. Don't go talk to anybody, even if you think you're the nicest guy in the world. I'm a nice cop. I can go have a nice conversation with him. Here's a little news flash for you. I guess I'm preaching to new cops and some veteran cops that are stupid. Some people don't want to talk to the police. It's like a level of force just by the fact that you approach them to talk to them. Some people automatically assume, crap, did I do something wrong? The cops are coming to talk to me. I know that blows your mind. Blows your mind that you can even imagine that someone would think that. Just a nice guy wanting to have a conversation. Don't get me started. Speaking of blowing your mind, I made a traffic stop. Next one we're going to talk about. This is worth pointing out because many of you, for some reason or another, think I'm incapable of making traffic stops just because I choose not to. I'm busy with more important things. I work in a city where we're pretty busy. I don't make a lot of traffic stops. But I can make traffic stops if I need or want to. So I did on this one. I didn't have any other calls I was working on. Driving down the road, hit a school zone. I slowed down to 20 miles an hour. This SUV comes flying by me, never slows down. Right on through the school zone. Of course, I'm going to stop and chat with them when something like that happens right in front of me and I'm not headed to another call. So I stopped her, pulled her over, and didn't give her a ticket. Just brought it to her attention. She felt really bad. She had kids of her own in the car. Just wasn't paying enough attention. Something going on in the car. I don't remember what the excuse was, but she didn't notice. So brought it to her attention, got her on her way. just with a warning. Then I went on a traffic accident, 2-vehicle accident. I don't remember anything special about this. I made note of it for some reason, but yeah, traffic accidents. You handle lots of traffic accidents as a police officer. Nobody was really hurt, but there was enough damage that we needed to do an accident report. So went on a traffic accident. What the heck? Okay, I make notes on my phone as I go throughout the week of things to talk about on Benny on the Beat. I don't remember this at all, but I made a note talking about my car update, which we already did. I already covered the car update, but I guess I'll add to it. I made a note. Why would I tell you guys about this? Whatever. It makes the video longer, so we'll add it in there. I made a note that there was some weird noises coming from underneath my seat in the car. On the video recording I made to remind myself, I said it sounded like gremlins, like little creatures. It's not still doing it. I don't know. It must have just been that day or something. I wonder if like all the Chick-fil-A fries and Chick-fil-A food that's fallen down underneath the seat, like maybe something was growing. Something's feeding on that down there. I don't know.
Real classy.
All right, maybe last one for today. This was another medical assist, fire assist. They said there was a guy that was having a stroke or something, and he hit a pole in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven. So we were going over, I guess, for the accident part of it in case there was enough damage if he'd had an accident with the pole. We get there, and the guy's car is parked against the pole where the handicap sign is, but there's no damage. It's like he barely made contact with it. Not enough for an accident, so we're just there to see if the fire department needed any help. They got the guy in the ambulance, and it's looking like he's gonna go to the hospital, right? So I was looking in the car to make sure that his car was locked and secured. I don't want his car to get stolen or broken into. The doors were unlocked. I look inside, there's no keys in the ignition, no keys anywhere inside the car that I can see. So as a favor to the guy, looking out for him, right? Nice police officer, nice policeman, looking out for you. We don't want bad things to happen to you. I locked his car, figuring that he had the keys on it. Well, 10 minutes later, they're letting him out of the ambulance because now he's fine. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how that happens. You're like this close to going to the hospital and now you're fine, I guess.
It was a miracle.
Whatever. So he gets out and he goes to get back in his car. Well, the car's locked because the nice police officer secured it for you. But his keys are apparently in the car. Great, who's the jerk that locked my car? Now I'm locked out of my car. So the fire department comes over to my car and asks if I have a Slim Jim to get into the car. Now here's the funny thing. In the city that I work, this is opposite, totally backwards from the way it's been my whole career. I've always unlocked cars for people and had a lockout kit to do so at the other agency I've worked for. The one I work for now, the fire department does that. Police don't have the lockout kits unless you have your own, but the fire department does it. Totally opposite. So I made the fire department work because they had to get their lockout kit and start trying to unlock this guy's car. So you're welcome, fire department. My bad, I guess, whatever. I hurried and left before anybody could be upset with me or point the finger at me. So I went to go get a donut or something. Not all superheroes wear capes, etc., all in a day's work. Yeah. Oh, I know what else I was going to mention. People, please, for the love, if you are not following us on our other platforms, you are missing out. We have made a revitalization effort on our Facebook page. The links to all of our other stuff is always on the top of our YouTube channel. We've got them up there, but we'll put it in this video as well. Actually, they're always there. They're always there in the description down below. We've got all the links to our other stuff. Facebook, we're making a big push on Facebook, putting content out there. We got some nice tasty memes, making some nice funny police related videos for your enjoyment, as well as some non-law enforcement related stuff to make you smile and possibly make you cry. All right, that's down and dirty. We didn't do any comments, questions, or anything. It's just been too long since the last video, so they're kind of obsolete. What you can do is if you asked questions, you wanted some interaction and some feedback from the last video, last Benny on the Beat, since we didn't do it with this one, ask them again. Put your comments and questions in this video. We'll try to be more consistent and get a newer one out next time, and we'll talk about those on the next video. All right, you guys are freaking awesome. Hope everybody has a great week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Let's level up. Pedal to the metal when I play the cut. Doing double time like double dutch. Stay a dime a dozen, so I double up. These late nights gonna pay off. Gonna take flight, no days off. My blood pumping, my blade sharp. Young Savon trying to save all.